it is said, we meditate on the Guru in the center of the forehead. Guru. Guru means that which is higher, the highest principle, something that guides my life. Guru is not a person. A person is just the expression, embodiment of that. Just like some people like a form, some people like formless. Guru is both. The higher principle is everywhere. Guru in a person is just the embodiment of that which is everywhere in the form of highest principle. Devotion to the Guru means to be devoted to the highest principle, to be devoted to the guiding principle of my life. It is said, only a devotee knows the sweetness of surrender. Think about it. Only a devotee knows the sweetness of surrender. And it's in throughout all great traditions. It's not only in yogic traditions, it's everywhere. People say, God, thy will be done. What does that mean? That's surrender. Not my will. My will means I want this, and I pray for this, and I should get this. We sell out our devotion for very cheap things. We want something and we pray for this, and if it happens, then my devotion becomes rich, and if it doesn't happen, then I lose interest. Babaji, I prayed, but nothing happened. So why to pray? Devotion is not an exchange. It's pure love. Sometimes when we really ask ourselves, what am I truly devoted to? That I will not exchange for anything. Devotion gives us faith, gives us hope, gives us strength to keep moving. I'm not talking about devotion in a person. I'm talking about devotion in the goodness that permeates every molecule of this universe. The worst situations appear before us if we do not have something to hold on to. We may get washed away. You're riding a bus. As long as bus is running smoothly on the freeway, you can be standing. But the moment a brake is applied or it stops and goes, then you need something to hold on to. That gives you stability. Devotion gives us that stability. Now, what a devotee's heart is like, if you are truly devoted to something, You're devoted to the Guru principle, devoted to God, in whatever form, whatever name, doesn't really matter, as long as you are devoted to something higher. You pray for something. We, being human, we always have some wishes and desires, and we ask. It doesn't happen. What happens in your heart and mind in that moment? There are two ways you can think, oh, I prayed for it and didn't work. Or a true devotee will say, I got exactly what I needed. In the moment, we only see what we want. But maybe that is not the best thing in a bigger picture. A devotee always thinks, whatever comes my way, that is what I need. My sight is limited. I see only small. But in a bigger picture, whatever I need today, I may not need it tomorrow. Maybe what I think I need today could prove to be more harmful in few days later. So a devotee always accepts with that kind of mind. Instead of complaining, accepts it that this is what I need right now. It has been given to me. I have seen it in my life. There are many cases, but one instance is coming to my mind. Somebody had called me, and that's what Babaji, please pray for me, please bless me. Please ask Sarkar Baba. Baba was living in those days for this. And Baba was sitting next to me and he said, what is this? And I said this to Baba. Baba just said, That's all he said. And this person didn't get what he really was asking for in that moment. But a month later he told me, Babaji, thank you for the blessing, because what I was asking for would have turned out to be more harmful. So whatever came my way, that was what I needed. But in the moment that for this whole month I had lost my total trust and faith and everything, because I didn't get what I was asking for. A month later he realized had he gotten that, he would be more in trouble. So how can we develop that heart and that mind? A devotee learns, knows how to surrender to the greater will. And truly, if we have to pray for something, if we have to ask, the best is we don't have to ask. If my trust is firm, my trust is to the point that God will give me what I need. The Divine Mother will give me what I need. Guru's blessing is with me, whatever comes my way, that's what I need. So may I not even have to pray for anything. But if I have to, if I think I need to, then pray for one thing. May I be given the strength to accept whatever, wherever, whatever situation I am in. May I be given the strength to deal with it. And we are given the strength to deal with it. We just want certain way. And our way of wanting it, seeing it, is very narrow. Because being human, we don't have the bigger picture all the time in front of us. Guru devotion is not about worshipping a person. Guru devotion is being devoted to the goodness in everything. A person who may be irritating you, if you are devoted to the Guru, you see the good in them instead of looking at their weakness. Everything has goodness in it. Everything, every person, every situation has some goodness in it. Even the worst of our challenges, there is some goodness in it. It's about habit of our mind, because we always go towards negativity. We always go towards what's missing. That's the habit of the mind. Through devotion, our mind receives that training to see the good, to see the possibility of goodness to unfold. The devotion that is done with having something in mind, that if I am just bowing there, then I will get something, it's called Nimna Sreni, lower kind of devotion. Something is better than nothing, but that's the lower kind. Higher devotion is, you know, whatever you need will come towards you. And you do your best, live your best. Whatever your dharma is any given situation, place, come out from that goodness, not from a mean-spirited place. In situations, sometimes we always look out for ourselves, what do I want out of it? And that's when we get in conflict. Leave a little space for a little give and take. Don't be so stiff. Learn how to give. That way we avoid conflict. If we are devoted to the Guru, to the higher, we always think who is in front of me, what their need is. Can I give a little bit so they can feel good? Our mind will come in and say, yes, I deserve it, I need it, and I did this, and I am this way, I need this, not I. When you are in in interaction, there is always thinking about what the other person's need is and what my need is, and there is always a middle ground. True devotion gives us that confidence, gives us that strength to go through any situation. Yes, our ego may feel a little humiliated sometimes, but what we get at the end is much more than that little momentary joy of winning. Today I'm talking about devotion. And during Navaratri, and some special pujas. We offer Bermuda grass on the altar. Duba. Why? Durva, the dub grass, the Bermuda grass, is a symbol of our devotion. It's very ordinary grass, it grows everywhere. It could dry up, but one drop of little water, it sprouts again. It's very hard to eradicate Bermuda grass. So when you are offering that grass on the altar, you're really holding this sentiment. May my devotion be as tenacious as this Bermuda grass. Otherwise, we lose our faith over small things. We lose our faith and devotion over small. Oh, I prayed and I didn't get it. A devotee, whatever happens in life, always gives credit to what she is devoted to. I know someone in India. I'll be seeing him soon. No matter what happens in his life, he said it's Guru's grace. It's not my doing. It's not taking any credit for himself. He always said it's Guru's grace. Good or bad. A few years back, he had applied for a license to get a petrol pump. In India, it's a good lucrative business to have a gas station. So he had applied, and he came to get a blessing from me. And I blessed him. He comes back, he said, Babaji, with your blessing, I didn't get it. And 4 years later, he got a much bigger contract. Had he taken that one, the land would be occupied and he couldn't apply for this one. 4 years later, he got a much bigger contract. So that is the heart of a devotee. That whatever happens, just accept it, that this is the Guru's grace. And something bigger unfolds that we may not be aware of in the moment. Things that you don't want, that you are afraid of, that you feel are very hard, if that is served on your plate, there are two ways you can handle it. Either just scream and fight and complain, or, well, this is what is given to me and maybe something bigger is going to be unfolding. If we accept it with that heart and that mind, I'm sure something bigger will come in our lap. And if nothing bigger came, at least you got a peace of your mind, which is priceless. You learn how to accept. Nothing is worth losing your peace of mind. That's the greatest wealth we got. May we all work towards that heart of a devotee. May we all inspect our devotion and align it so we could live a meaningful life, a rich life, not lose our peace over small things. May we see good in all. Every person who is in our life has some goodness. Instead of always thinking about their shortcoming, their negativity, their temper, or whatever, may we focus on seeing the good in that person. And may you take it as an exercise. Pick a person that you are really irritated by all the time. Christmas is coming. So this is perfect time to give yourself that assignment that this time I'm only going to focus on what is good in them. They will have their own political view, they will have their own other habits, but you are not going to focus on those things. If you are a devotee, if you are a spiritual aspirant, you are going to be a little different. Just keep going back to the good in that person. Even just find one. Out of 100 traits, at least there is one trait that's good. And make it an exercise. Make it play. Life is a play. Otherwise you are trapped. You become a victim. Make your life a play. Nothing is fixed in stone. Everything can change. Our life is constantly changing, evolving. Every day we are a new person. So may we give ourselves this opportunity to see the world with the eye of a devotee. I bow to that devotion in your heart and thank you for your time. Have a wonderful week ahead. I'm gearing up to leave for India, so lots of things are on my mind. And once I get there, settle down, then we'll start the Zoom again. I'm leaving on the 24th, 25 December, so I'll still see you here till before that. Thank you all. Have a wonderful week ahead.